Today, we're talking about what not to do when prepping your home for sale. If you want to get the most money out of selling your home, you have to do the right improvements that will affect your bottom line at the end of the sale. The mistakes most sellers make is focusing on the wrong improvements to the home, and then those improvements don't get them the return that they were hoping for. In a past video, I covered the 3 lowest cost improvements to putting your home up for sale that will yield the highest return. I'll loop that video at the end of this one for you to watch next. In this video, I'm gonna share with you the 5 things you should never do before selling your home and why steering clear of these common pitfalls could save you thousands, make the sale process smoother, and most importantly, get you the most money possible from the sale of your home. If you don't know me yet, I'm Karl Kyler, your San Diego Realtor, and I've helped countless homeowners sell their homes without having to overhaul them prior to selling. If you're thinking of selling and want me to take a detailed look at your home to provide you with the best strategy that fits your home and your situation, check out my contact info in the description below. Let's connect and talk about making your next move happen for you. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, consider doing so now to stay on top of the real estate market, particularly here in San Diego. All right, now let's get into what you came here for. Let's kick this off with the #1 thing you shouldn't dive into when getting your home ready for sale: a full-blown remodel of your kitchen and bathrooms. If you're gonna remodel your kitchen and bath, it should be done because it's something you want for yourself, not for the next buyer. Now, this may beg the question,
but Karl, why do flippers remodel kitchens and baths then?
A couple of things to keep in mind. Flippers don't get the highest quality materials, and the materials they do get are at a discount because they order a lot of it, and they get way better labor costs because of all the work they do. So it's just naturally gonna be cheaper for them to do it. But here's some good news though. If you want to boost the appeal of your kitchen or bathrooms without tearing everything out and starting from scratch, there are smarter ways to do so. In your kitchen, you can sand down the exterior of all your cabinets and give them a fresh coat of paint, but please keep it a neutral color. You can also clean out the inside of the cabinets and paint them as well, but be sure to remove any old raggedy stained paper lining if that's in there. While working on the cabinets, you can update the handles, hinges, and any drawer sliders or runners. Next, swap out any worn out plumbing fixtures, updating them with something more modern and clean. And if your sink is in rough shape, it might not be a bad idea to replace it with a new stainless steel one if it's easy enough to do. And lastly, give it a good deep clean. A clean kitchen not only looks better, but it smells better too, and that's what sells. Now for your bathroom, if you have a tired old bathtub or shower with stains and cracks, you don't have to rip it out and replace it. A very cost-effective way to address this is with a reglazing. It's a fraction of the cost of putting in a whole new bathtub or shower. Afterwards, strip out any dated wallpaper and slap some fresh paint on. Update the fixtures and lighting, and voila, you've made a significant impact on the presentation of your bathroom without a hefty price tag of a full remodel and gut job. Remember, only invest in a major kitchen or bathroom overhaul if it's for your own enjoyment. Otherwise, you're better off keeping that money in your own pocket. Up next, #2, let's talk about flooring. Do not rush to replace it. Start with a deep cleaning. Often that's all it takes to bring some life back to those floors. If you're dealing with carpet, you might discover beautiful old hardwood underneath it. If that's the case, rip that carpet out and let the hardwood shine. However, if the carpet is truly beyond saving, stained or emitting odors from pets that could easily turn off potential buyers, then yes, replacing it might be the best bet. An inexpensive way to enhance your flooring's appeal is to install brand new, freshly painted baseboards throughout your home. They're affordable, easy to install, and can really elevate the look of your rooms. And here's a little design secret. Using consistent flooring throughout the majority of your home can visually expand your space. A seamless flow with the same flooring in each room makes everything feel more open and larger. Obviously, keep carpets out of the kitchen and bathrooms, but if you're using some type of hard surface flooring, let it run throughout the entire house, or at least the majority of it. This will definitely play in your favor with the buyers. All right, #3, many homeowners think that upgrading their windows and current treatments is a good investment. Well, it is if you're planning to stay there. Picking up on the theme here? Otherwise, don't even think about it. Yes, new windows are nice, but the cost versus the return just doesn't make sense if you're prepping to sell. Instead, give those window frames a thorough deep cleaning inside and out. Then polish up the glass so well that you almost question if there's any glass actually there. This simple refresh can make old windows look almost as good as new. Those old curtains and valances darken the room and can make the spaces feel outdated. Instead, consider 2-inch blinds. They're cost effective and they're a cakewalk to install. They look crisp and they let the right amount of light in, making every room feel brighter and more open while retaining control over privacy. This switch not only modernizes your space, but it also shows off the windows as a feature and not an eyesore. Next up, number 4, your roof. Oftentimes, homeowners will be inclined to replace their roof if it's near the end of its lifespan. Now, if your roof is leaking, absolutely get those repairs done because no one wants to buy a house with a leaky roof. But don't default to replace the whole roof if it's still in reasonable condition and you're prepping your home for sale. The lifespan of the roof is definitely a concern, especially here in California, where homeowners insurance can be challenging to come by. If it's nearing its end, it will likely become a point of negotiation. But remember, just because something is old doesn't mean it needs to be replaced or that you have to pay the whole bill to replace it. Stick with me through this. An older roof doesn't mean it's about to collapse, but buyers are likely to expect the roof to still have more than a few years left. And as I mentioned, an older roof may pose as a challenge when a buyer needs to get homeowners insurance. So if it comes up during the sale, instead of paying for a whole new roof, you could negotiate to give a partial credit to the buyer first. This is all about what's reasonable. If a buyer expects 5 to 10 more years from an existing roof and it's close to that, they might be fine with it as it is, or you might negotiate to cover part of the future replacement costs and not the whole enchilada. This approach not only makes sense financially, but it also keeps the negotiation fair and to your benefit. And lastly, number 5, which I cannot stress enough, please, I'm begging you, do not mulch your entire yard thinking it benefits the buyer by giving them a blank canvas. This is one of the worst preparations you can make when selling your home. An entirely mulched yard not only looks absolutely horrible, it's also a hassle to maintain. It's messy, it spreads easily, and if the new owners have pets, well, imagine the cleanup nightmare after every bathroom break in mulch. Instead, make the investment in professional landscape. Why not enhance your curb appeal with features like native plants, stone pathways, or even a small water feature? These touches not only level up the image of your home, they also sell the lifestyle of outdoor living, which is a huge draw in San Diego with our average 70-degree temperature weather. Professional landscape creates a highly desired atmosphere and can significantly impact your home's marketability and final sell price. And that's a wrap for this video. Now for clarity, everyone's home is going to be different. In most cases, these 5 things will be accurate, but there will be one-off properties here and there that these won't really apply to. With that being said, if you're thinking of selling, even if it's next year, reach out to me. Let's set up time for me to come by and see what you're working with. Then I can give you advice and direction specifically tailored for your home and your situation. Now, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're interested, check out my other content that I'll have pop up in either of these corners for you to click on next. As always, I'm Karl Kyler, your San Diego Realtor. I'll see you in the next video.